ladies and gentlemen, live again from the real wastelands of New Mexico. I'm Stone Burke.
She's Natural Queen Bee. We got Explorer Space here, and we got Ashy Slashy with us. Everyone's kind of just chilling out, hanging out.
And we're into overtime mode. Normally we're only going to stream for the last, 4 hours or so, but we kind of got in a little bit of a hot streak. We're trying to get this M3 all leveled up here. Let me show you the view here. If it will go back to the view. Okay. So, I didn't even run the title screen or nothing. Ta-da! Okay, moving back. Back to me. Cool. So here's my little tank. So we're going to check out the research on it. We're trying to get here to the M5 Stewart, because that's only a level 4 tank. We're trying to get into this level 5 shit, because those things will wreck. Right now, we have, maybe okay luck. We just have to see. I don't have enough to get this, so we're going to try and get that bread now. Let's go ahead and jump into a match. Stay a while and listen. Okay, so we're only at about 45 seconds.
And other times she just fucking, it just sits there all sad. It's like, why are you sad? Oh, yeah, I know.
So, just to reiterate, part of the reason why we're going into overtime tonight is because tomorrow is going to be Friday, so we aren't going to have a morning show. We're only going to be coming on from 6 to midnight tomorrow. So today we're just feeling like going a little bit over. Like I said, things are going kind of fun. Things are going well. More or less, we're getting our ass kicked. I won the last. So I lost for about 2 hours straight. And finally won like 3 in a row.
I was like, maybe 2. No, maybe that.
Felt like that. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and see if we can try and get some water. Try to figure out what the hell they're doing. I don't know if anyone else here has a mic. Sometimes asking for a mic is a good plan, and sometimes it's a terrible plan. Okay. Let's go ahead and roll on. Oh, that might be too intense off the cliff. So just so you know, just because you're in a giant tank does not mean you can ramp off of a cliff. Contrary to popular belief, you will wreck it. And like, as we saw in the last tape, actually I need to cut a clip off of it where I ramped off the cliff and blew it up. It was hilarious. I loved it. Also, I just have the camera off for now. No reason, I just felt like having the camera off. If anyone wants to see me back on camera, you can ask in chat. Ooh, balls.
She can tell I'm full of shit, which is like most of the time. But when I'm being like serious, she knows, dude. It's like,
Woo! He's got a pom pom. Oh shit. That's not good. It's like literally, it's not how we do this. Oh, shiza. Run away! Run away! Faster! Ooh. Run away faster! wrecked hard. I don't know how much more damage you can take on it. However, we gotta dish out a little bit more. Ooh, that T2 did not prepared for all that.
So the best they can do is to put their fear on you and follow along.
Got it. We hit the Artie.
But you have the balls to love yourself. So I'm gonna try this shit out. Honestly, a lot of people will say they try and they don't really do it. And the whole time they're sabotaging themselves to death. And you were like, I'm gonna actually fucking try. I'm curious. Whoever's work.
Exactly. I think I give myself a couple months maybe if it doesn't work. But
Damn it! I had to put it right in the front of it. I just basically gave him that kill. It was not helpful. It's not how you win. She went down hard. She fell so hard when she went down. Oh yeah.
She went ice cold and I would be shitting. And I've heard, parts of me, usually my knees roll from the pain. It pinches in there. And it goes in my hip. And then it goes up my back, into my neck. And then I get a tension headache and puke from a migraine. It's like a whole nervous system. I was like, you did that must have fucking really hurt. If you're shitting and throwing up like that.
So we're waiting. Oh, I guess we're waiting for the dang tank. My dang tank. Okay, so let me try to take the M2 out again.
Why'd you wake me up, asshole?
It was ridiculous. It was so bad, dude. I felt so bad for her.
Fucking give me a newspaper. some a
Nobody
cell
knew
phone.
what's going on, but yeah, it was bad. And then the pain from that hit after the shooting was just like, yeah, this is
I'm not saying like, yeah, I don't think you should like want that again. But like,
no, but then you start asking that.
I'm sort of saying it right now, man. Don't let that happen the first time. I'm sitting there like telling myself, you fucking check your fucking footage. Like,
Oh yeah, always check. No, you don't own shit. Life owns you.
yeah, man, like that's crazy shit. Like, there's like all these things. One of the nervous systems is that women have a lower threshold for minor pain than men do, but women have a higher threshold for severe pain than men.
Oh yeah, I can't tolerate it.
Yeah, but when it comes to like,
Pissed off with headaches. Oh, I get so bad.
you get like a paper cut, a headache,
Oh,
if
yeah.
it's too hot in the room, whatever, you're like, oh, fuck. But then if it like comes like breaking the arm, like yeah, you'll cry, everybody will cry, but like you'll get over it quicker than a dude. A dude will be like, ooh, it's hot in there, I cut my finger, whatever. But then if they break their arm, they're bitching for like months. Like, oh,
Cuts, I guess it depends on cooking.
well, it's just a general, like, specific people are more different. Like you might be tougher. Obviously, you
Up
are.
here. I
Is-
can't
you don't
handle
like.
no. Anything that has to do with the face, the head, I get so pissed.
I don't like paper cuts, and I'm so grateful they pulled my team out. Yeah, it's finally got all that shit done. Like, because, bro, I was getting, I had ear infections at the time, and then I was getting mouth infections, and I was getting this whole like 2 or 3 infections at a time.
Dude, these guys are coming out of nowhere just to fuck my day all up.
Yeah, I get those too, like sinus infection.
Yeah, when your nose, your ear, and your mouth all connect, your face is on fire. You gotta see a dentist, bro. It's scary, no doubt.
I've been telling her this.
Open infections on my teeth. Open, cold,
Damn it.
What do they call them? Dry sockets. I was getting dry because I had the whole black shit in my gums and my
Got
teeth.
wrecked. Let me go ahead and
I
get
was
this
getting dry
reloaded.
sockets like every few months, plus ear and nose infections, and being up for 3 or 4 days at a time with burning pain, not sleeping, literally like hallucinating from not sleeping for a few days in a row, tossing and turning. And that's why I was smoking cigarettes for like years in a row, because it was the only thing that made the pain go over. But since I decided I was going to quit smoking and not do it, I had to see the dentist, because I'm not smoking cigarettes no more to make it not hurt.
Let's
You
see
know?
if we
I
can
took
get
pain
it
pills
now.
from Maya's mom and from my mom. They didn't help. I drank alcohol. It actually made it worse. Smoked weed, it made it worse because I would like feel.
So I still need 1,700 extra experience to get this?
Worse.
Why?
So the only thing that helped
Oh, I can't use
was
total
that
experience?
if you don't smoke cigarettes.
To complete research.
Yeah, I need those so bad.
I think really you should just work up the courage.
I don't
I still have
understand.
to call my psychiatrist about my anxiety attacks. I need to go call him up and set up appointments and do all that. And I don't want
It's a real thing. I know the feeling. I set up,
if you're a woman, I'm just kidding. No, for real, it is real. It's really shitty, actually.
It's hard shit, man. It's really hard to want to go and seek out help, especially when it's what you're needing desperately. You know what I mean? I mean, like, for instance, I've been needing to go in and get my back finish looked at because it's fucked up.
Just get a new back.
Yeah. When we get a backectomy, we'll get a new one put in there.
Yeah.
That's,
Josh,
that's
you need a backup.
fucking
You
spec. And you need a backup. That's what you need. Ladies and gentlemen, one pun man. One and only. Spectacular, the ridiculous.
I had a tooth for
Why is Ableton turning on?
Oh, Aaron had one of those. That's fucked up.
Oh yeah. And then my night nurse, I started pushing further and further back and separating it. Made it
God
hard to
damn it.
sleep. That's why
We don't need Ableton running right now. I need Ableton to stop.
my uncle had to get it removed. My mom had to get it removed. So we had whistling at him as a convict. Yeah, and he's like, that's it. It's getting removed. But that used to cause major
Come on.
Cigarettes are worse for your teeth.
Well, the problem with the cigarettes, y'all grind your teeth.
Oh, I was smoking them through a pipe, dog. Which Indigo's doing.
Yeah, but you grind your teeth from tobacco. That's the biggest problem. Is you sit here and you chew the fucking.
She was drinking again and all this other shit, and then I caught her with the weed pipe, and I was like, oh man, I'm like, you fucking smoking weed now too and everything. And it's like, nope, it's even worse. She's smoking cigarette butts at it. Straight up copycat. She copycats everybody. That's the kind of person she is. I understand I used to be that way. But it's not the good thing to copycat.
Not a helpful thing.
She had to have 7 times pulled, and then I had to have 7 teeth pulled, but now she's gonna have to have more teeth pulled. Her teeth are all fucked up, and I'm like,
It's a drag, man. Because that shit hurts, man. You don't want to.
yeah, it's not a good thing sometimes what we do, because they're younger than us and impressionable, and even though they act all hard, they still look up to people. Like I do that too. I think it fucking happens for people. No one's
Ooh, shit. Ooh, fuck. Run! Speaking of impervious. Run faster, hippie! Woo! Run faster, hippie!
Yeah, dude, like these days I'm just like today I'm happy because I was really spending almost all day today working on my website, like building it from scratch again. Like I fucking redoing everything, and following instructions, not doing it my own self this time, but following instructions from a professional. Like better for the users and everything. Yeah, it's a sell shit, but I'm not.
Trying to get Artie shut down.
So I'm like giving people sugar, but with vegetables. You know what I'm saying?
Freaking Artie's on it. When the people that are good with Artie have Artie, you have problems.
Or some shit like that, right?
You have serious problems. They will chew you up and spit you out.
Keeps me from harassing people. Because I harass people, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, shut up, but
You're not supposed to agree. I'm like, yeah.
yeah, you're like, you're a fucking shithead. Like, hey, hi. You're supposed to comfort me. You're not that bad, you know?
I ain't your mama. I ain't gonna comfort you.
How to comfort you, boy?
You're the devil, nigga. Hey,
He's like, I never got none from my mama anyway.
yeah, I didn't get no mama in the first place. Fuck off. She's I ain't your mama. No one is. I never had a mama. God damn it. No, but like.
So the M3 Stuart's still in combat.
I leave like
Let me see if I can get the M3 out then.
mostly I'll like.
No, you know what? Let's get the damn Covenanter.
Because there was a time when like.
Covenanter rocks ass.
2 or 3 days going to her apartment without her permission and like barging in on her. Because I get paranoid.
That's wooed.
Like a fucking psycho dog. She's getting it all lit up. But like. I was talking about the China.
Magic, you always have to be right.
It's like the one thing you can trust me with because I don't even fuck with it no more. So you're like, if it's like your bag of chips, you're like, I don't know, man.
Bro, you tore into that bag of chips like it owed you money.
Hey,
It wasn't even
fuck
your
that.
bag of
That shit
chips.
was just sitting there, dog. That was some good ass stuff. Anyways, but like nowadays, if she don't answer me for like a few days or something, I don't even get upset. You know what I'm saying? Because like literally, because I care, but I almost like I don't give a fuck in a way. Because I'm like doing my own shit now so much. I'm like,
You gotta do
gotta do me kind of thing.
Gotta do you, boo boo.
Less of a hassle. And I'm trying to treat Indigo the way Maya never treated me. Maya never gave me any time. If I didn't answer her, she'd come and harass me the way that I was doing Indigo. I see why I'm doing now. Because Maya did it to me for 2.5 years. She would harass me, get in my personal space, and not respect me if I told her to leave me alone. She would drive over anyways.
It's just not healthy. You gotta know when to draw some lines.
She didn't give me lines. I couldn't, every time I tried to set boundaries, she didn't respect me. And I could never get any work done. I needed to focus on myself. And she didn't allow me that. And I did care about her and love her, so it hurt. Because I didn't want to, like, be a complete asshole to her. And then it made me put up all these fucking defenses and walls where we just got too far away. So what I'm doing now is catching myself in the act of doing what she did to me. I'm not doing that to someone else.
Right, don't repeat for her.
You know, so because it is like a choice thing. It's like how you were with licorice. You could choose to repeat what everybody told you how everything was going to be.
Or something. Or you can change it.
Or you can change it. Right?
And learn how to dance.
That's actually like one two-step. Like we're talking here, take it seriously. She's all. Yeah, it is because of the advice Josh and Aaron have been giving me, and then when Steve was telling me just shut the fuck up. Like I says if you really love her, do stuff without expecting anything in return. If you really care like that, and don't expect much of this. Like, okay, fine. So how can you get buggered if I send her a message like, you know, I really want to do this, whatever it is, if it's her learning new languages or painting, do this.
Shit.
I don't need her to fucking
I got one kill though, at least.
I got one. I'm helping.
Right,
myself.
exactly.
I don't need her to
I
believe in
don't
me.
need everybody else to
Yeah,
tell
you
me.
do it for yourself.
Exactly.
See what we've got here in the. I'm curious because the.
As long as I can uplift somebody else, then I'm uplifted.
You got the
Like you're saying,
dodge.
it's your Facebook feed. Everybody on there is fucking garbage, but you're like the one person
none of that.
fighting against the tide.
Yep.
And
And I'll keep doing it.
yeah, I think
Keep hitting me. Keep hitting me with that wire. Go for it. I'm gonna still keep swimming against it. Keep
be
going.
like a shark. Let it
So
go.
the Covenanter is gonna be out for now. Let's see if we got the Stewart back.
Cells, that shit just flows over
Let's see where we're at.
and
How many more points do we need?
Negative should go.
So I still need 1,400 more.
here's
So let's
the
go
thing,
take them
right?
threes.
Because in the short term,
Three Stewart?
you'll
Let's
lose.
go back and go get it.
Long term, you'll win, and they'll lose the stamina. You just have to have the stamina to outlast them all. Like, it is so tiring to be that negative. Yeah,
You wanna join now?
yeah.
Let's do it.
Because you'll be the leader, because you'll be on top of the mountain. Every day you take a step, and they're just fighting at the bottom in the valley. And every day you're taking a step up the mountain, and before they know it, they all look up and you're at the top of the mountain. Because your positivity and your attitude and
Yeah,
your
they're like,
stamina.
hey, wait, how'd you get there?
How'd you get
Oh
there?
yeah, you wanna know?
Yeah, and then you're
Trying to see if this thing was
like,
working out.
I'll show you guys.
Yeah, instead of going, nah, stay down there.
Yeah,
No,
keep
you're like,
focused.
here, let me help you up.
Right? Like,
This isn't live.
You're the one person that will. If anybody else got up there with their negativity over time, they're just gonna take somebody
yeah.
else down.
And eventually,
Do we not have? Are we not live on
it's not sustainable.
YouTube right now?
I agree.
We should be
Pull them up
live.
because then they'll help
Ah,
you out.
here we go.
It's like
And then when they see that,
Just trying to make sure that we actually have the damn feed working right. What the fuck?
a tribe.
Sometimes things go absolutely nuts, and that happens. But we can usually fix it if you spend a little bit of time and
faster
get
by
it.
yourself, but you travel farther with other people.
they click an.
Yeah, go with the tribe. They have a whole bunch of ants marching together, and they
They'll build a wall with their own bodies to help the next one get to the top.
every like 3 months they literally dig up
So-
the African army ants and they make the whole colony like 2 miles. And they all work together. And they do that. They build bridges, walls. They literally move their everything. The whole I got a Kobe, Josh. Sojay. Hadagoji Sojay.
What's a pokey?
Huh?
What's a pokey?
It's Gopi.
Oh, go be it.
Hadagoji. Soji. Hadagoji Soji. Got a Gopi, Josh. Turned out a hot. Turned out a hot. Learned how to tie. You turned out hot. Learned how to
Go hide right here next to this building.
Soch.
Try to keep out of the way of fucking Artie. Because the Arties are the damn problem in this fucking map. Like I said, when Arties are good, dude, Arties are a problem. You should get the chart. Oh, that's another chart. Dude. This is one of those games. Man, fucking all these multiplayer games, they really play off of if you don't have a fucking squad, you're about to get wrecked.
And,
Darn. Thought we only got one of them killed.
not these guys.
We're gonna have to go for the bait. Ooh, fuck. This is not how to do this.
Shotgun.
You know, I very lucky that I don't have that power.
Yeah, dude.
Gave it to me. I don't know how a mind so young and young would comprehend it was.
Probably pain.
Yeah, I
Think
guess.
about it, right? Because nobody else really. I'm only reading myself now. I'm 27 and I'm never understood that stuff because I've been exposed to it for years and never understood it. And now
shit fucking firepower.
Exactly.
Fuck, all these guys have shit
Pick
for
up
firepower.
Batman, the pain, you break him over your knee.
Fuck, that even has worse firepower.
Control it then, or it did. It took years. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's see what the hell we got going on here.
Practice that shit.
Oh yeah, and especially when you turn 30, you'll find this out. Like when you told Joshua made it. When you turn 30, you just don't give a fuck. You've lived enough, you've seen enough, and you're just like, I don't care. Like, and it's not a bad I don't give a fuck. It's in a sense of like,
You only have so many fucks to give.
Chat
Why are you gonna
Right.
give them for a bunch of dumb shit?
right. So you choose which fuck you want to get right now.
Yep.
Man, I'm barely on starting the path to that. That's why I agree with you, because like I know now I'm on that path, but I'm not there yet. Like I know I'm not, because
And
I
you'll
still
get
get
there,
worked up
yeah.
about shit. Like, but I,
And we don't sweat the little shit because we know that the little shit doesn't matter. There's more.
there's big shit.
Yeah, a lot of big shit. Like it's just. But when I was in my 20s, I had a lot of breakdowns. My mom saw those breakdowns, and when Joshua first got one, he had to witness some of those.
It was hard.
There was a lot of them going on, but you got stronger. You worked hard. You worked hard as fuck.
Which is a choice once again.
Yeah.
Most motherfuckers choose not to.
And sometimes I still have a moment where my back pain is so bad that I break down and I cry and I want to punch things.
I feel that. No, that's kind of like that's the thing though, right? Like let's say that 9 times out of 10 you choose not to let it get to you, but there's still 1 time that's and everybody else is 9 times out of 10 they let it get to them, and only 1 time out of 10 they don't.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like I'd rather be in your position of you could hurt as much as they hurt, but you're choosing not to let it get to you, so you have a productive life. Whereas they don't have a productive.
We'll try to circle to the outside and curve all the way around.
They keep their mindset in the pain.
Yeah,
I
it's
wake
totally
up-
selfish.
Well, people become absorbed with the
Yeah.
pain instead of.
Finding a purpose for it.
Power of mind teaches you to wake up almost like I would say probably like Buddhists do. You meditate for a second, go into your body and you go, what is it? You find that pain.
Falling on that shelf.
Yeah.
Fuck
And
do you
go,
want?
Okay, you're the problem. I'm gonna ignore you today.
This is not the direction I was looking at.
Where's the less pain? You're gonna be my focus because I don't care about it.
Feed the positive, water the flowers and not the weed. Don't
Yeah.
water
That's
the weed,
exactly it.
water
Yeah,
the-
exactly. So ignore that pain, push it aside, don't let it be your
Oh
focus.
shit.
And when you don't let it be your focus, then you don't. I mean, at the end of the night, everybody, you're gonna fucking feel it. You're gonna be tired. You're gonna be. But what do you do? You can't bitch. My pain on other people.
Fucking already.
Fucking pisses me off.
Yeah, increases the suffering by spreading your suffering around, and it doesn't ease your suffering. It just adds it to other
Like
people.
you're crying over here about all your new stuff that you have in common. You can't be comfortable. I have a fucking tumor around my spine. I'm never comfortable when I'm not over here telling you you're not making me comfortable. Like, well, it's not your.
Yeah, I just imagine what it would be like if you acted like that. It'd be so fucking annoying and headachy. Yeah, that's crazy. It's weird to think about that, dog.
It makes me want to punch people and tell them, I'll give you a reason to hurt. You want to be like this?
You wanna cry? I'll give you.
I'll give you a.
I'll give you a reason to
I'll
cry,
give you a
fucker.
fucking gold pass. I'll give you a membership to the club, motherfucker. It's like,
Like I tell people all the time, I will take a day. I will walk in your shoes, but I would never put you in mine. Never. I would never wish that on anybody.
So we got clever. We're almost gonna die, so we just hid underneath a fucking bridge.
No. I don't think anybody can help. And I wouldn't want to do that. Like I said, it's just like life torment.
I would be curious to do it for just only one day if I want to take it back. Just to like,
You'd be like coming to me within an hour. Like, nah, I'm good.
You're like, I'm good. Take this.
probably I'd be like, can I get a refund?
I get a refund. You know what I'm saying? Like walk out the door, walk right back. Like, nah.
Yeah, you walk in, turn right the fuck around, like, nope.
Buyer's regret right
Oh,
away.
here we go.
It's the winter time, you open the door and it's way too cold. You're
Yeah,
like, you know
no.
what? Shut that shit.
Hard pass.
I'm pretty sure it would be exactly like that, dude.
Oh yeah. See, I can't. I tell people all the time. What makes it easier for me to also accept my pain is because I was born in it again. I know no different.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it's like for you guys. Never having it, enjoying a whole life of doing what you want when you want, getting older, and feeling pain. I can't imagine that moment where pain just decides to fucking slap you in the face and go, hi. I'm girl. I can't imagine that.
I'll tell you what, I don't want to. That's why I got to exercise more.
Yes, take care of yourself more than your brothers have, because sadly Joshua had a deformity that nobody ever checked on,
No, it's like
and he hurt himself more.
It's like hereditary. Like
Well, there
of us
was
can get it from
hereditary.
mom. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
And then you didn't work your abs out enough, which is a big problem because your abs.
No, he did. He was
It's not even that, dude. It's
No,
when
no,
you're
but
at.
I'm saying like the ab muscles.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Core.
if you had your
Literally,
fucking.
I have a different problem than him. Mine was my knees. I broke my knees, and then I had to work out my muscles around my knee to hold everything together. And it's when you work your abs out, it holds all the shit together. It's not about
Damn
look
it.
at me, I have a beach.
Matilda
body.
got the
It's about
fucking
when I hold my
Oh, yeah.
shit together.
M2.
That's why I don't gain weight.
I have to-
See?
yeah.
That's a problem.
It's a whole
Pressure.
the whole
Yeah. So I have to have this to hold this.
Alright, we can't stay in here anymore.
This is
I've
exactly
always
why.
had. Well, it
You
not
got
much
abs. No,
anymore.
you
but-
do. Yeah, you do. You got abs. Way better than fucking me and him right now. Look at this.
I know
Alright.
you used to
I got
have
the
like
Grinch
you're the
cut.
skinniest of them all.
You don't have any more, are you?
Literally, I almost had muscles again just like a few months ago, but then I let myself get depressed, started eating chocolate every day, drinking a bottle of alcohol a day again, and then I got this Grinch belly. Literally in about a month and a half, I got this. Ago. Started a month and a half ago to now, I got this now. From almost having flat abs like you.
It doesn't take much, dude. You just gotta lose it a little bit. Next thing you know, the whole thing goes nuts.
Why are not?
Like, it gets hard, man.
Not going on that stuff.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, no, I am. Well, I was.
Get your
The spirulina
gummy bears.
for $50, yeah.
Not just that. Gummy bears.
Dude, you can get all your stuff like that. If you get them from nuts.com like that, it's cheap. Like, especially if you wait till
Not
the
just that. You're getting stuff that is real. Real sugars that aren't going to affect you like all the pictures.
Yeah, nah, the reason
And it'll come
Damn it.
I was okay, so
sugar, it'll come deep.
We were doing all right, and then we just got a little bit greedy, charged out in the middle of Diano, and then got blasted. That's what happens.
Right. The second reason was that I was taking all those pain pills for my teeth, and I'm like easy to get addicted to it, like my mom, so I don't take pain pills. And so the chocolate was to like reproduce that feeling of the chemicals. It's like the same shit in chocolate as pain
Well,
pills.
when you're coming off of an addiction, sugar is what you crave.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because sugar's the biggest thing that everyone's
So
addicted
it
to.
gives you that endorphin.
Bro, literally, like, it got so bad with the pills that one night when I got in a fight with Indigo, I took like 2 of my pain pills and drank a bunch of alcohol, gin and wine, like 3
You
bottles
got
of
into
wine.
it with everybody, I think, that night.
That was a whole different day. That was that one day I got in a fight with you guys, but then it was like 2 nights after that because I started escalating after that. I started taking the pills more and more. It was like a bad. I like started ramping up my bullshit, and then I went and like got in a fight with her and took like 2 pain pills, drank a bunch of gin and wine,
Time's up.
and was like literally up all night fighting with her.
How do I need more than I needed before?
Yeah, dude. And so
Oh
that.
yeah, so alcohol and pills are the worst combination.
Yeah, dude, that shit doesn't work good for you.
Fearless,
Look at,
you
dude,
become.
we've seen this in our
I'd
other.
never done that before. I only ever smoked weed and drink before. I never took
Yeah.
pills with anything before. I never took pills with anything
No,
else.
I know you never had to experience that. Thankfully,
Yeah, and
it was your first time having. And dentist.
Oh,
should not
fuck, they
prescribe
wanted me to be
anything.
using the expensive rounds to be getting the better penetration. That's what's going on.
They felt good. That was the problem.
Yeah.
These fucking
That's why
assholes.
That's why I don't take them either.
Yeah.
Because I feel too good. And then that's a problem because I know I'm gonna hurt myself more. And then when you come down from it,
Yeah,
you
you're
feel
all
like
fucked up. You're like, oh.
even worse. Oh
Worse.
yeah. You're like, why did
Yep.
I take it?
And then
This
you're like-
hurts worse than it was before I took it.
Because I injured myself taking this shit, like you said, because you feel too good.
Yeah.
Yep. And then next thing you know, you're all fucked up.
So like I'm slowly getting my shit together. That's why I gotta call that fucking psych doctor, get some anxiety meds, not drink, because I tried drinking and taking the anxiety meds. You know what
That
happened?
does not work.
I was puking, dizzy as
Yeah.
fuck, literally walking, feeling like every time I breathed, I was gonna like levitate out of my head.
It's the that's like they tell you when they give you the psych meds, they're like, please do not take alcohol. And if you're listening to this, if you are taking psych meds, please do not consume alcohol in any way, shape, or form. consult your doctor, figure out what the better plan is with it, because psych meds do not work well. And the biggest problem is, and one of the reasons why, and this is kind of a really interesting, probably on a side note, different thing. So alcohol and alcohol consumption actually drains certain heavy metals from your body, and you end up getting acute malnutrition. And when you take pills on top of that, it doubles that effect, because they also drain certain nutrients from you. And they drain it. If you don't have it in your body starts eating your nerve endings and other things first to get to that. And then depending on what combinations you're at with it, your body actually will reconform whatever you're eating, the pills that you're taking, and the alcohol, and make other drugs with it. The reason why they don't say that is because they use alcohol as one of the processes to make certain drugs. And that's also part of the process as well. Your body's a giant chemical soup maker. And so if you start throwing all this other fucking crazy shit in there, next thing you know, you literally have fucking poisoned yourself by making all kinds of other stuff that you were not prepared to build. Like, prepared to digest anyways. And alcohol, especially commercial alcohol, yeah, Mountain Dew, sodas, a lot of that stuff. Well, dude, Doritos, fucking Pop-Tarts, and, no. Well, no, it's fuck. Potassium iodide. It's the shit that they use for lethal injection. I forget what it's called. Anyways.
They advertise it again.
And it actually makes drugs in your head. I don't know which ones it is. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to go through and make the chemistry out, work the chemistry out of it, but you know, again. Ooh, shit, fuck. Well, regardless, you need to go to a psychiatrist and so they can run your blood work, so that way they can figure out. Got me good. That's it.
I mostly agree, because the anxiety, I know exactly how it triggered him because of my memory. Everything happened with Maya fucked me up, and then everything happened with Jason fucked up Indigo, and we both lost our, blue-eyed white people, right? And we both have low self-esteem and shit. Me and Indigo both, right? So we lost our blue-eyed people. Felt rejected, right? And we found each other. We've been friends for years, and then I didn't want to be in a relationship. She did. I let her in. She told me she didn't want to be with anybody else but me. She didn't care if I was with anybody else, but she only wanted to be with me.
Well, we can't change any of that because that's hooked up part of that already.
We were friends, and I didn't want to compromise it.
And we can't build another one yet. Shit.
Then she didn't want to hang out with me because I was too serious all the time. Because I was too about Maya all the time, which was okay. She just wanted to hang out with all these other people that were easy to digest mentally. They're they don't talk about anything serious. She just wanted to drink and be stupid, and I get that. It was just fucked up between me and her, and then she would do stuff that would really make me feel rejected, and I would fucking come down on her bad, like my dad, started acting like my dad and her. I had bad daddy issues for the first time in my life. Never had them before. And
it's because you're seeing the characteristics.
Yeah, exactly. And so the fear, I wake up with anxiety attacks and feelings of doom.
Okay.
I've been dying for months now in a row. Every time I wake up, I have nightmares. I think of dying. And I just told Josh, literally the other day, I had a dream of my grandpa and my Uncle Mark. It was the first time I dreamt of dying and woke up and felt at peace for the first time finally. And it's because I've been kind of letting Indigo know I still love her, but letting go and not letting anything she does affect me. Nothing she says or does gets. It's like if you want to.
Should go to the left
fucking
here.
Send me hearts, that makes me feel good, but I'm not gonna get mad at you if you don't talk to me for 5 days in a row.
Yeah.
You feel what I mean? Because guess what? I'm gonna do my thing now. But leading up to this, all my fears and troubles were the fact that me and her were best friends, and I really do love her as a person, and I think of her as a partner, like how you guys are. I think of her as literally a friend, somebody I can have a life with and actually do things with, she's not gonna fuck with me like Maya did all the time. And I love Maya, but she wasn't a good partner. She just wanted me as like a trophy boyfriend thing to show off to her friends and family. Like, look, I got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And not as I.
She's young.
And I don't hate her. I still love her and care about her. And I think she's a
But
good
now you
person.
can recognize that it was just young and she was in her own.
She was 5 years younger than me, and it wasn't healthy for me or her. And she was like, and as far as absolute age goes, it wasn't just the relative age of 5 years difference. Is that she was like 19 when we got together, and like had her head way up her own ass and didn't know anything. And with Indigo, she's only like a year or two older than Maya, so she's still younger too. She's like Aaron's age, like a year older than Aaron. So I'm trying to like let it.
Trying to
go,
get over here and
like,
you ran over here to the back corner.
You guys let them grow. They will on their own pace.
You know, yeah.
Just like
Yep.
you, I met you.
At the round
shit.
the age where Indigo's at now, where I
You
was
weren't even talking about it.
I was as full of shit then as Indigo
Yes.
is now. Now.
Shit, fuck.
Just like my head was all fucked up, making all kinds of crazy decisions. Didn't love myself at all. Hated
That was
myself.
pointless.
Didn't know how to find love, how to love anybody. Not
Yeah, you really start talking to you guys came out of
California, even
California,
yeah.
you were drinking. That's when
All
you
the yeah.
opened up out of your shell. When I first met you, come out, yeah, you were always in the corner, quiet. People would talk to you, you just kind of nod your head, and just shaking, whatever, and just walk away.
Shit, the
like,
M3 still in fucking bed.
yeah, you just never talked until you got way wasted, and then you boom, like you're
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And that happens
Rough, dog,
sometimes.
and it was really rough, and I had my head so far in my ass, and I didn't listen to anything you and Josh told me at that point when I started going back to school. Especially you warned me about a lot of stuff. I didn't fucking listen.
No, but you were young. Again, all I could do is give you the knowledge and give you the advice. It's up to you to take it. Some people will take it, some people won't. But at least you could sit here and acknowledge what you know and hopefully pass it on in a more harsher way on somebody if you come across them like, focus on yourself, fucker.
Love you, slap. You're worthy of love, you fucking piece of shit. Just like
We're being a fucking asshole.
get your degree, yeah. You know?
Bitch be loved.
And so that fear of losing Indigo to somebody else, losing my best kind of friend in a way to somebody else.
It's hard.
And the crazy part was literally before she kept drilling me, and this is how Cassandra got with me. This is how Maya got with me. This is how most of the women I've been with got with me. And most of them weren't my girlfriends. Literally, only those three was like.
That's got to be a red flag for sure. Too.
Is that they keep pushing me when I don't want to be with them, right? They all did that. But like, Indigo kept hammering me, and I gave in because I love her as a human being, as a friend, and I gave in to her as a lover, as a romantic partner type thing, right? And I
Let's try and take this thing out.
I got possessive like a caveman.
Will let you be you when you're ready.
The fuck are you talking about? You son of a bitch, give me my fucking tank.
And you know what? Hey, look, I'm not trying to put this on her because if I'm honest, like, okay, I gave in to her and all this kind of stuff, and I shouldn't have done that. And she was pushing me. She was in a lot of pain, and I understand.
No, you know both sides.
There was times when she needed me, and I was not there for her. And I'm talking this year since January to now, where she reached out to me, and she was in like mountains of pain, and I literally was like, talk to the hand. And at the time, it felt like.
Hold on to that, correct?
Yeah, it felt like the right thing to do at the time. And I pressured her. At first she said she didn't mind, and I really fucking pushed her on it, and she exploded at me like big time and told me she was really mad about it. Exactly what you said. She pretended like she didn't bother her, and then she fucking exploded on me about it when I pushed her, because you know me, like all fucking dick, like. And
Because we'll put it back in hopes that we can kind of forget about it and move forward and still have a good relationship with the person. But yeah, eventually it's backfired. And it's not good.
And she's right, I was a fucking asshole. And like, what I did was not okay. If Josh, I'm still resentful at you for shit you did when you were 15 years old, and you're 30, that's half of your life ago, and I don't forget, like, what the fuck's wrong with me? And so, like, I totally have no anger at her for the way she feels at me. I was worse to her than you were to me.
Oh yeah.
Do you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here expecting everything to be fucking peaches and cream and Super Mario Sunshine. Like,
That's not how the world works, though.
so,
Like, you gotta have some forgiveness for people, like, and that's a real thing, because you gotta understand how much forgiveness people give you.
way more
If
than
I
I
didn't,
give them.
if I just, yeah, like, extend you forgiveness, because you've been a fucking nightmare my entire life. and I'd love you more than anyone the
I'm
fuck
the
else
data
that I
to
know.
your indigo.
So what I need you to do is get your goddamn shit together and fucking focus. Because I know, because I got my head in my ass too. You shit me?
Well, I can't tell your head from your ass half the time.
Well, thank you. So,
I still respect the hell out of you and love you, but I get what you're saying.
you know, you gotta have some patience with yourself, man. Because a lot of us are having a lot of patience with you, man. And it's hard. And you gotta have that same patience with other people, so you get it back.
Specifically lately, because it's been hard. Me and mom get, every time you and me get in a fight, me and mom get about 3 or 4 fights afterwards about it.
Oh no, I know, dude.
She defends him way more than she ever defended me. But here's the fact: she's not wrong. You feel what I mean? Like, obviously, I get hurt because she wasn't there for me.
Well, no, I
And I
mean,
needed her, but that doesn't make her wrong.
Right. Don't take it out on him.
And I do, and I shouldn't.
Right.
And so, dude, like me, like the other day when I apologized to Josh on Xbox Live, like I was angry as fuck, but I still apologize because the fact is, like,
T46 over here. He's gonna try to creep
mom
up.
just hit me with some knowledge, dude, and me and her screamed at each other, and I fucking called her all types of nice names like I do. But then it was like, I thought about it, like, for real, thought about it. It's like, you know what? The guy does love me. I don't understand him fully, and obviously he don't understand me fully, and we don't always see eye to eye, but we see heart to heart. We love each other.
Both your hearts are better, no matter what.
Now,
And you're not always going to see eye to eye. Just because you're brothers doesn't mean you
yeah,
have to.
most of the time we won't, and that's okay.
Yeah, but you're two different
We're different people, and that's beautiful. Why do we have to be the same thing or whatever?
No, but you got it.
Yeah.
Because both of you guys.
You can agree with me and Josh better than me and Josh can agree with each other.
Well,
Better
he can agree and disagree better than
Yeah,
me.
he is more like you and Jason in the sense that you guys are Virgos, you guys have this purity, you guys have a sense of being able to,
We see things from all angles.
yeah, way more than me and Josh being Tauruses and Libras. I'm too much order and he's too much chaos, and where we are too much.
But regardless of where it is, wherever it's at, it's too
beautiful. I'm
much.
not saying it's wrong, it's not good or bad. I'm just talking about like what she said about you and me not seeing eye to eye all the time.
Yeah.
Now with Indigo, she's a Pisces. Her and Dad, she reminds me of
Jesus fuck,
most
dog.
critical parts of my relationship with Josh, my mom, and my dad is all rolled up in her because she is the Josh. of
Try and
her
change
family.
position now.
And so
Trying
it's
to
like
get a little
being
bit
with
better.
in a relationship. The last time that happened was almost like being with Cassandra.
Don't pick
Hey, it's fucking weird, dog. It's just it's inaccurate.
I didn't pick nothing. I didn't find this out till it was too late.
Right.
I thought she was like me.
See it?
I thought she was like me, but she's a chameleon. She's good at being what people want her to be.
Oh, yeah.
Until I saw her interact with her little sister, and I realized her little sister's just like me. And then I saw that she's just like Josh. The sadness in her eyes, the way Josh must feel when I start acting like a fool, because his disappointed look, because he like loves me or whatever, but then he realizes that like I'm a fucking douchebag.
Who's that?
She had
Streamlabs.
The same look he gets.
How's it going? Thanks for tuning in.
And I was like,
We are getting right in the middle of some crazy ass fucking tank shit.
and I had all these thoughts in my
There's weirdness happening.
stuff. And ever since
Mostly we are being slowly stalked. Oh, that's why this thing. I forgot to win the Russian tank.
all the bullshit I'm going through with her helps me relate to him better. And then the
Thank you
more
for joining, man.
we understand
Appreciate you following along.
back of understanding both of them better and helping myself grow and to not be such an asshole.
We're having some deep heart to heart conversation over here about some real things.
And I signed her up for Tinder. Me and Aaron were hanging out with her one night and we were all drinking. I signed her up for Tinder. I was like,
That was a horrible plan. Like, why would you do that?
We were both trying to move on from Jason and Maya at the time.
Yeah, but that entire plan itself, like, do you understand the function of
Do you
Tinder? Like,
realize
you know what I mean?
how
Like,
fucking heavy both were?
no shit, dog.
I know
I
you
can
do.
feel
That's
it.
what I'm saying is like but then the moment that she talked about moving back to Las Lunas to live with Jason again, even though she wanted to live in the RV, she didn't want to live with him or be with him. She wanted to just get a job and all that.
Whatever,
Like
yeah.
the thought of losing her back to him again, I got so possessive, which I've never felt in my life with any woman. Literally, they could was my vibe. Like that's
Did I
how
get him?
She broke up. She left me.
Did I get him? Oh, Jesus. Run, 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 run. Oh, shit. Fuck. Fuck. There's no suspension. There's no suspension. Oh, we made it. Holy shit, we made it. How the fuck did we even make it through that?
That's why you can't leave.
Oh, that was amazing.
He doesn't even say hi. He did nothing. He does, and he'll leave. He'll leave the room and stay
bullshit,
Yeah.
dog. You're not phased by him. Every other woman in my life, Cassandra, every girlfriend I've
God,
had,
that was amazing. That was
submissive
beautiful.
Because he stares at them with this domineering look, and they all want to be submissive. You don't have that. You don't give a fuck. The shit you've been through, like, you're the only, because he's had brain surgeries, and he always uses that. He has this thing he's been through to stare people down, but you've been through the same thing. You've had way more surgeries than him for way longer. You've been through way more pain. You have more wisdom and experience. You can stare him down equal or greater than what he can do to anybody else. He doesn't like that feeling. He doesn't like it.
Not one bit. I know. I get it now.
I totally agree with you, dude.
So
You have
here
the
we got
same makeup
this.
as him, but you have more of it. And so he
Got
can't.
queued up and gotten tens. That was so awesome. Thank you for following along on the page. We really appreciate that.
I gotta walk away.
Indigo,
I don't know if you're still watching or still hanging out or still checking out. We are way in the middle of overtime right now. We are just going about making the magic happen.
Told her, "You're never gonna leave me because I was your crush in middle school, and you'll never do better than me." He told her that to her face, and she believed it. And she was sitting there
Let's get
crying.
the M3 Stewart back up.
We had just been
Let's try to get some more of that.
She just told me the shit.
Oh, hold up.
Me down and tell me.
This is a problem. Let's check this out. Yep, all psycho.
Simple, straight in my eyes. You believe me. All right, son of a bitch. Okay.
800
Partied in my
bucks
house
each.
for 3 nights straight. I came up with a plan taking me that way. I moved out of a place I didn't even
How do we get this thing going? Let's get one. Let's get two.
afraid now. Didn't talk
Let's get this. 8 grand. Damn, that's a lot of money.
so I was still
Shit.
it's still traumatizing.
Like, goddamn.
2 weeks later, somebody tells me you need to call him. He's heartbroken. My ass, he's heartbroken. Oh,
Shit.
for real, call him. I call him.
All right. So let's take the M3 back out and see if we can get some more. So what we're trying to do, anyone just tuning in or just trying to figure this out, so we gotta go to America. So if you look at here, we have this M3 tank. We're right now stuck kind of in tier 3 tanks and tier 4 tanks. We're trying to move into tier 5s. Tier 5s require a humongous amount more experience. So what we have to do is get good. And the biggest thing we're trying to do right now is get from the M3 Stewart right now, which is this guy, to this guy right here, which is the M5 Stewart. The idea is that once we get over to that, we'll have a little bit more firepower and a little bit more stopping power.
You got balls. Yeah, dude. You don't give a fuck, dude. You control you. You're the only motherfucker that does it. That's some crazy shit.
Alright, so we got hooked up. How much do we still need to want? $52.
$52.
You know what? I kind of just feel like paying it right now just so we can get the tank and get over it. Oh, of course, it's going to be another 100 grand once I get a watch. How much want you guys? I'm going to pull you guys real quick while you guys just So, I can either A, keep battling and get the 1,287 more experience to get it, or I have 153 gold left. I can convert 52 gold of that into the experience that I need, so that way I can just buy the tank. The gold I got for free, it just came when I first signed up for the account, so I didn't really get anything for it.
I was gonna say how much longer.
It could be several matches, depending.
How much
Let's
is
see.
several? 3 matches? Several matches more?
Like 7 or 8 even.
How long is a match on average?
Depending on how long I get my skill. Well, the problem is not that. The problem is how quick I can get my tank back to get into the match. Because I can get killed, knocked out of the match, and I can go back to the garage and sit there for half an hour waiting for my tank to get back. Because if the match takes forever, then...
What if you're like focused and you don't let any voices in your head get to you and you just are in the moment and you fuck people up? The way that I know you can do. I seen you do that shit with Super Mario 3.
You mean you want to see me get all Super Saiyan on this shit? Like, on the air? Like, I can't let these people know that I'm actually good at this game. That's terrible.
Dog,
If I let them know, they'll have expectations. They'll be like, hey, asshole, why didn't you put on a good show?
yeah, no, that's scary. I agree with you, man. But I think you could get at least 2 or 3 rounds minimum, bro. Honestly, I think you could do as many as you wanted, like 10 of them if you really wanted.
Alright, let's see if I can get in a row. Let's see if I can get 3 in a row.
Yeah, that's
Starting
what
right
I'm
now.
thinking, like, give yourself even
How's that, guys?
and just try to do even just 3 right now.
Let's try just to get 3 in a row.
We both know you can do better, but let's just let you have like a break and just do 3. Go easy on yourself.
Yeah. go easy on myself.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that man, but
We'll find out.
we'll try it. We're gonna check it out.
I don't know, I like video games because when I talk about stuff and I'm watching a video game, it helps me remember shit better because I tie everything I'm hearing and saying to like that.
You should
tip.
pull that chair up closer, dude, so I can hear you better.
No, like I'm chill right now. Like, here's the thing, bro. What she was just saying about that guy saying he was gonna kill her. Like, I literally told that to Indigo when you and me were at the store. So when we saw her dad, when we saw her at the store, like I pulled her to the side when you guys were pulling this way. I'm gonna put you in the trunk of your car. I told her that. This is what I was telling her. I'm afraid of becoming dad.
Well, I know, dude. And this is why I'm telling you. You need to spend more time. I just said you need to spend more time with me. Realize how much of a fuck of you are.
Obviously, I don't tell her that.
Well, I know, and you've been spending a lot more time with me, and you've been realizing, you know.
Fact is, like,
Man, I forgot how good this tank is compared to that fucking Russian one. That
I have
Russian one's
lost my
fucking
temper
trash.
times.
Why am I running with the fucking Panzer? This is a terrible, terrible, terrible
And I
plan.
got so upset.
You know what?
The bedpost right next to her
I'm
head.
not doing this. This is on a list of shit we're not fucking doing right now. We're gonna run over some trees. We're gonna drive the fuck around the whole thing like this.
How
Fuck.
could you let this happen sort of deal?
We got a heavy tank chilling out over here on the far side. Shit, that's not good. Ooh,
Yeah,
don't wreck the
that's what
tank.
I feel you, dude. Like,
Don't
I
wreck
wanna
the
talk
tank.
about what happened with her, but it was that kind of thing, dude. It was like
Don't
how
wreck
you
the
can allow
tank.
this to happen around you, too.
Don't wreck the tank.
I don't know, whatever.
Oh, fuck me, right on the goddamn wall. Who taught me how to drive? We're not allowed to. We're cut off. Cut off.
I know, lungs, yeah.
Ooh, shit, that's a tier 3. Ooh, that's a problem.
I wasn't mad at her either.
Yeah, and I would never lay my hands on
Well, I never hit her or Jesse.
Ooh, shit.
On the one next to Jesse's head like a month
Ah, damn.
before that. I would never hit him. That's why I hit the wall. But there's like a level I get to where I get so angry and I just have to let that shit out instantly. And I wouldn't hit them because I love them. But I thought about that just now. When you said what you just said, I realized
psychology.
yeah, she's gonna remember that, dude. And like if I have caused her
That
suffering,
happened to me.
Bro, yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's not. And I was talking to Josh about this a lot lately. One of the reasons I'm not really super talking to her much is because I'm afraid of me fucking her.
Right. Like I said,
Jeez, I can't believe I got this guy. Alright, we need to back up and run.
and I could get back then why you would be, oh fuck you, how dare you say that? But it's from experience to another person. I can see those
Ooh, shit.
traits that cause that toxicity. You don't need to. You for some reason.
See if we can get the track fixed so we can get back on the roll again. This is some serious getting our ass beat.
Do that. Love will do that. It'll blind you.
Oh my god. I didn't even phase him.
Enough that it's okay to do it.
Yeah, and it's not.
And it's not.
Let's go back.
Like,
Chill and wait.
You can find somebody that will treat you.
Was that the M3 Stewart? Oh, that was the M3 Stewart. She got marked in. Damn it.
Same for her. It's
okay.
She could find
It
somebody
happens.
that will treat her good and her the same. And you shouldn't have to find the person and change them. It should just be, you know, when you find the person, it should just flow. Just fit.
Okay. So, we need to try another tank.
her and I.
A tank.
It's so complicated. Like I was talking to Steve about this the other day too.
Tank that doesn't suck.
Obviously, we're talking about you and him and everything, and
Maybe we can try this.
Katie and me and all these other like Cassandra and like we talked about all these angles.
Let's see what we can do about
What
getting
makes
some
it
actual
so
firepower
complicated
going down.
is I've known her for like 8 years, right? I've known her.
This
of
is
all the
actually
people
working?
I know right now. I've known her second longest besides Sharon, of like all the friends I have or whatever, right? And I'll talk to
Oh,
Cassandra.
this is the wrong.
But we have been friends. We've been able to see.
This is
pictures
not the
together,
live
not
one.
doing anything no funny business.
Am I not getting actual live fucking feed from this the whole goddamn time? Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been talking in Twitch and haven't been able to get your feed, I do apologize for that.
She wasn't ready for that yet, and I wasn't ready for it when I was her age either, which is an issue I didn't think about recently. Doing it now
Right.
is like,
No, because back then.
Alright, so we're waiting to get loaded into another match right now.
yeah, even before
We
my-
are
like,
loaded up with the Russian T-46 tank.
was I drinking
And we're having a lot of really heavy conversation.
fuck tons of alcohol.
Oh, yeah, they
I was
couldn't tell
drinking
you anything
a
about
bottle. No, and I would drink in like a bottle or two bottles a
Oh, no,
day.
we're not
And I'm sitting here upset at her for doing less than what I was doing.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
doing worse than what she was doing.
Yeah.
And my behavior, how the fuck I acted, and I'm
It's because you see the pattern in you in her and you want her to do better than you did.
When you're attempting to deflect her from doing the same things that you did, but that's not how that works. You can't control somebody else's fate. You can't control what people do. That's
you
not.
just gotta like love them, which is
You
what
have
you guys
to
did
love
for
them
me,
for
which
who
is
the
like,
fuck they are.
We just gotta let you learn on your own.
Yep.
It's hard.
I mean, I can try and make you listen. I can do all kinds of shit.
Hug you and we just,
fucking
yeah.
get it together, nigga.
Beat you, pull a gun on you, threaten your life, all kinds of shit. But you know what? Where the change comes is from the inside. You gotta
Gosh,
want that.
Batman, he holds me over a 2-story balcony. I'm like, this fall won't kill me. He's like, I'm counting on it. Let's be go.
Come down there. Here, throw it back up. Drop him again.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll teach him.
There you go. Yeah, he's toss me back. Dude, no, literally, I'm with you, man.
Keep dropping until he gets
You're
it.
fucking Harley Quinn tossing me up to him and just dropping me repeatedly.
Well, dude, and that's the thing is like, I'd rather beat your ass mentally with a couple of things like this in the hopes that you get it together so you can sort it out. Because I know that you can only change it from the inside because you want to. Like, I know because I've fucking been there. I'm dumb as shit. Like, but you have to want. Yeah.
You know you're a better person than you're coming across because you're defensive.
Well, that's not who you are on the inside, too. Like, and that's the reality of it. You can't let fear dictate who you are.
It's
You
just all
act
that shit,
very
like you said.
different around us than you do when there's people around. You know, it's that whole chameleon thing.
Oh, shit.
You don't need to do that. You
Fucking
gotta be
ass.
you. Just be
Son of
you.
a bitch.
Because that's what people do without you. And that's a hard concept. Like, how do I
How do I do this? Run. There's no fixing it.
Society just
There's no fixing it.
being able to relax around people, fuck. You just gotta go with the flow. Turn into water and just kind of go with it. Follow how the crowd's going. And go over
Man,
the gate.
so if you just saw that, that was like they just jumped out of nowhere and just jumped right all over my face. My face.
That's another thing. Like a fucking.
No, why is this happening?
One person, it was only those 3 motherfuckers. It was like Ethan, Frankie, and Reve. Those are the only, like, I didn't talk to.
Why are they doing this?
I had
Because
trouble.
you're overthinking.
Yeah, I was like,
Yep.
overthinking of it.
Yeah, instead of stepping outside of the box and seeing
Fucking A, man.
my entire family in one place in the first time in how many years.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's why I did what I did in the treasure hunt combat. Because that was
Oh, got wrecked. It was all just for the intel. It was just all about letting them know that we were about ready to die.
Fucking
Sometimes there's no winning. Sometimes you just get shot.
pushing each other out of the
That's
It
hilarious.
was hilarious, dude. You missed a show. It was great. Oh, I love watching them run.
Oh, that's what he says. Very
Yeah,
good.
that's it. So she had all these fools tripping on each other.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Watching Aaron, like, it was so funny watching him fall into the damn trench. I wasn't even like, I wasn't prepared for that. Just all of a
Just
sudden,
to
I'm like,
step over my fence. I'm like, dude, there's
dude,
a trench.
there's a
He goes
hole.
right
What?
Fucking there's a fence for a reason.
Yeah, it's so you don't go there, motherfucker.
What's the hope?
So you're mostly that's the trench was there for a while. And my first thought.
I don't really
last
want to
year
rent that.
for 4th of July
I don't know how I feel about that. It kind of stuck me with that tank, and I'm just not super hot on it.
First thought of my
I want my fucking Stewart back, you bastard. Stewart. Let's pull up the medium-sized tank.
build everything.
I guess we'll take this guy. Even this one, 63.
Safe, yeah.
Yeah, the decision.
Aaron was too retarded for the defenses, dog. We didn't anticipate that level.
no, dude, we really didn't. I didn't. I mean, it was some my level shit. Like,
Yeah,
and that's the thing is, I thought it was just me proofed
He
enough.
Super Saiyan 3, that fool.
He went too ham and just went clean the fuck off the cliff. It's much.
Save for thinking, overthinking for when you're studying and doing all the shit that you want to get ahead. And leave all of that. And walk away. Enjoy the moment with the people that you're with. That's the biggest problem your dad has, is enjoying that moment with everybody. He's too worried about what they didn't do for him or how long it's been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can he
instead
yield out of
like,
this?
You're fucking here right now. Every time time you're here, that's what we do. We try to enjoy every moment that we can because you're here in that moment. There's who knows, it could be weeks, it could be months, and that's what happens. That's what life does.
Yep.
You've
And the
got
next thing you know, you get dragged apart. You don't see anybody. And 2 years happens. It's fucked up, dude. Like in reality, and that's why you got.
Like, I try to make a point to take advantage of the moments that I can get when I can get them with the people. You know what I mean? It's hard. And it's especially hard, you know. That's why I try to find things to draw people together, so that way you can, you know.
There's only now. Everybody's too worried about time, too worried about the future. You
Can't control a lot of that.
to the future and expect that line will stay there. It's not. Every day is
Yeah.
every better.
Yeah, you can't take these moments and stick them in the bank to cash in later. You gotta cash them in.
And that's the hard part, man.
That's the joy of life, the beauty of the fact that it is forever changing. People are afraid of change. They get caught. They have habits and ways. And when you're mom, that comes back to let's just grow up and take any habits.
Yeah.
You just can't get caught in the pattern, dude.
You gotta know that it's there.
I'm working on, dude, literally, like, I'm working on that shit, dog. You better believe that mother. I'm about ready to get a goddamn job at McDonald's right now, to be honest. Like, if I have to pay that broad $100 a month, $200 a month in rent, that she doesn't need, but she'll ask for it anyways, because that's the kind of greedy motherfucker she is, I'll do it. And that means if I'm working part-time and only making $600, if I only end up with like $200 net by the end of a month, I'll fucking do it. And I'll stash that shit up. Yeah, because I mean, so it's like, that's why I'm setting up my websites. That's why I wanted to be here right now.
Gotta get his.
Yeah, no, it is.
Setting it
freedom
up.
to come.
Bring your self-esteem.
It's self-esteem, exactly literally that. Because
You have to invest back in yourself, so that way you feel better about it.
I want to get my goddamn all
Take
this
yourself.
technical work done as right now and like soonish, where all I have to do every day after that is just write my little blog post for like an hour, so I can work a stupid ass job, and only
Yeah.
need to take an hour a day to make progress on my big goal.
Because you did all the work already.
Because I did all the stupid
The little
ass
work.
first. You know what I mean?
Oh no, run, 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 run. Run faster, tank.
The orange shit first. You have
Run faster, tank.
fences around them and plant the shit like.
Oh,
you
this
have
is
to do all
gonna
that
be
first,
very
where
bad.
You only have to go out and water them, and the rest of the shit will happen. Right? Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all those passions.
Ooh, Shiza.
Yeah, you had to like prepare it to be able to just go out and water it,
Fuck.
and like,
Run, hippie, run. Run faster. I don't know if there's any way that I can get around these guys. This is gonna be a little bit rough. Let's see what we can do here. Ah, right in the face. Right in my face. Sorry, guys. That was distracting from the conversation.
You can always look back at it later and
Then we're in the Russian tank, so theoretically we should have back our M3 tank, so we can keep building that up, and hopefully we can get that M5 fucking Stewart. Jesus.
yeah, it's like, how are you gonna let it? Are you gonna do it like towards a goal, progress, or are you just gonna let it get you fucking spun out?
right, you can either stay at that fork in the road or keep going on a loop to the fork in the road over and over, or go
Like, fucking get off the fence, stop
Yeah.
fencing, and pick left or right, kind of.
exactly. And guide
Oh,
that
here we go. Got the M3 back.
more positive
Ooh, the firepower drop on that's intense. So this thing really doesn't do much.
focus to your mom. Why are you putting it out there? Don't put it out there. Don't put the negativity and it won't happen. Keep putting the positive. Like you keep telling yourself, look in the mirror and tell yourself what you like about yourself that day, what you love about yourself. And the more you keep saying it, the more the positive and more the noise come.
Yeah,
You gotta have that faith that
it was crazy, dog. Like, when I was working out every day and I was writing really good and doing all this stuff, it's because me and her were like together at the time or whatever. And I had this inspiration because I had a partner where I wanted to get in like really good shape and I wanted to get all this progress done, and it was just to be the best version of me I could be for myself and for her. But then as soon as shit started going haywire between me and her, I started like I said, drinking heavily, eating junk food, not working out, not exercising, taking all types of pills and just whatever, all this bullshit. And now I've like spiraled out of control, and I'm having to like stop and recreate everything now. All of my daily routines and my schedules, my weekly schedule, hourly schedule.
You gotta do it for you.
I gotta do it for me now, and I
Not
can't do it for her.
No.
And like, the issue is like last time I was here, she had wrote me a message all late at night and apologized, which she never does because she's a fucking woman. They never do, at least not to me, not for years at a time. But she,
A real woman should.
yeah, it takes.
Well,
forever. It took
it's
Cassandra
being a
2
real
years to
person, dog. You
apologize
can't
to
just
me
say
the
it like
first
that.
time.
It takes a big soul to
They're
fucking
all
apologize,
prideful, dude.
man.
All the women I end up with are fucking prideful.
Everybody. That's what
You know
human.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, she did apologize, and she told me she treated me like crap, and she wasn't wanting to, and that she'd been horrible to me, and that, you know, she knew me and her were gonna end up working together someday, and end up achieving good things together, like really achieve our goals. But she wanted me just to like not take anything personally right now, how she's acting and that she's being an asshole and stuff, because she's still figuring her shit out and she's battling with her own demons, basically, right? And she told me not to take it personal, and that she told me that she loves me and that there's a really high probability she might be an
2
asshole.
minutes and 10
again,
seconds on a
and
match.
to not let it get to me when it happens, because she told me, she said, before I change my horrible mind, I want to let you know you're welcome back into my life, that you're my best friend, and that no matter how like horribly I act at you, that it doesn't mean anything, that like I love you on many levels, is what she told me. And so she kind of like warned me against the worst parts of her behavior that are going to pop up given what she's going through, which I understand, because I'm doing the same damn thing,
Exactly.
and like I turn
So now
into
you
a
know the
raging asshole
boundaries.
like I did to him the other day. Yeah, it's the boundaries, literally. And so since then, me and her have been talking, and it will be sometimes 3 to 5 to 7 days between a message from her. But what I've been doing is every night I either tell her, like, you inspire me, or I believe in you, or I love you, and I tell her rest well. And then she will respond every once in a while with like, I love you too, you know, and like a little moon and a heart. Or she'll send me a heart, or she'll send me like pictures of her cat, because she knows I want to
Rolling to the
that
right side
cat
of the map.
forever, and she finally got it to live with her. And so
Gonna go
you
up
know,
the right
she
side of the
will do
map and
that.
attempt to attack.
She finally sent me a picture of herself, and I didn't ask for it. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't. I sent her pictures of the animals at the zoo and stuff, because I went and saw these zoo animals, and I showed her all the pictures of that.
Yeah.
And a picture of like me next to a penguin statue, because that's my favorite creature. And I was like pointing at it, like, "Yo, there's a penguin here, man."
It's a penguin.
Yeah. And so she has been positive to me, and I haven't been taking it personal when she doesn't respond to me. Now, this last week, I got butthurt like 3 different times because she didn't respond, but I caught myself getting butthurt because I looked back and realized like she's went longer than that without responding. But then when she does, she'll send me like 5 colored hearts in a row or something, like to let me know like, hey, I love you. Because the last time she did that, sent me a bunch of colored hearts, was like 2 months ago when I had this really bad mental breakdown. I had these voices telling me that she fucking hated my guts and all this, and I wrote her a big ass message in the middle of the night the first time I did that. I said, all these voices tell me you fucking hate me and I'm a piece of shit and I don't know what to believe. And I wrote her all this stuff, and I said, look, I don't blame you if you don't want to read all this crap. I wouldn't want to either. And like the next day she messaged me back and said, look, I read all of it. It wasn't too much. I don't hate you and I love you. So she covered both of the logical ends. Like, it's not like I love you but I also hate you. I don't hate you and I do love you. And then she sent me like a fucking grid of hearts just to like let me know. So
like, hey,
whenever
I
she
actually-
sends
yeah.
me that, it's like a reminder of that thing, that she doesn't hate me, she does love me. But now, like you said, she set the boundaries that like there's gonna be times that she just won't fucking talk to me. She's battling demons, and I'm battling fucking demons,
Exactly.
and that's
so
why.
don't let your guys' demons battle each other.
Yeah,
'Cause that's not gonna help.
I'm
Yeah.
doing my shit, she's doing her shit, and like that's why I haven't went to visit her, and she's kind of hinted at me a few times to go visit her, and I haven't done it because
When you're ready, you'll be ready.
when I'm fucking ready, and I'm not ready, and I've talked to you about this a bunch, Josh, is that I'm afraid of fucking her up.
Yeah, dude, because you're already fucked. Look how you're handling your situation, man.
Shit.
The thing is,
I can barely do my own shit right now.
You barely have enough patience to fucking even talk to your friends. Like, at least about people that you're in a possible, that you're feeling like you're in an enemy relationship.
Yeah,
That's not the
frenemy.
way you need to be fucking feeling with somebody that close to your heart. Like, you can't be feeling like a fucking enemy, dog. Like, and it's the word frenemy needs to be disposed of because it's a distinct line, and treating your friends like enemies doesn't keep them for friends, Phil.
What I'm treating
more
her
than
like
that-
now, what I'm treating her like now is that I'm the enemy.
Yeah.
So what I mean is that every time I interact with her now, I think in my head, how can I avoid me fucking her up? And usually the answer to that is, what do I need to be working on today for me? What does Caleb need to focus on for him to be a better person and love himself?
Exactly.
Because I do struggle looking in the mirror and not wanting to punch the fucking mirror out and go like, you're a piece of shit, I fucking hate you.
Kim just messaged me?
Which one? One of his exes?
Yeah.
Which
Kim.
one? There's like 2 of them at least, I think. Which one?
Snow. Shivani.
Shivani Snow? Is that Kim?
That's Kim.
Damn, that broad is like trying to send me friend requests. I'm like, I thought that was this other bitch I knew that was like a crazy. It's a different crazy chick.
It's a different.
It's a different crazy chick, dude.
She calls me Natty, and never let anybody call me Natty.
She's the only one you've ever let call you Natty.
Dumont? Wait, Kim Dumont?
Yeah.
Wasn't she like the attractive one?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. She was kind of pretty,
Yeah.
but
She's kind of yes.
She's still gorgeous. She's a little chubby, but she's still really pretty.
she's a fat bitch now.
But I don't think she thought, like, when she first started talking to Joshua, I wasn't on Facebook. And I don't think she thought that him saying, like, a lot of girls, for some reason,
Yeah.
don't think that when he says, I got a girlfriend, they didn't believe him. They're just like, nah, you don't got a girlfriend. I
Yeah.
don't believe you, right? You're just full of shit. So she's like, okay, we'll meet me at Dion's for lunch with you and your girlfriend, and we'll have... And I showed up with him there.
She thought you were just this wing woman. She's like, oh, this is just Josh's homie that friend zoned him, and he brought her along just to
Maybe,
make it. Yeah.
you know, and then she's like...
She's insistent that this is. I don't think that's the case.
I could tell. You could tell by her interaction, the devastation in her eyes. Like, oh, I was hoping to reconnect. She mentioned their relationship, how devastated she was that they broke up in high school, and that he kissed another blonde. And she saw, like, she held on to a lot of emotions
Yeah,
on
dog.
him.
You over there keeping checklists
Oh
too,
yeah,
dog.
and
You
I'm
got the-
like, damn, you were hoping you could just snag him up, weren't you?
Oh,
And you're
man.
devastated.
Oh.
And then I was very receptive, and I was kind to her and her son, and I'm like, oh, I want to be your friend. And so she's like even more like, what do I do?
She's torn because she likes you, but she wants to be with this nigga, but you're
Right.
with this nigga. So
Right.
she's
So
like,
she's like, I don't know.
Oh.
So poor thing. I feel for
yeah,
her.
that's rough too.
Yeah,
That's
so
rough,
she's
man.
trying to pull whoever she could from her past. She's been talking to another dude that they went to high school with. And
Yeah.
that's how I knew again after that is when she...
Literally, the only motherfuckers I talk to now is you, Aaron, Josh,
let's see
and
what she
fucking
wants.
Indigo, and then like Mom. That's it. Like 5. Literally a handful of people. Because I tried that, what she's doing now. I tried talking to all my old friends from like grade school and to like reconnect with everybody, and then I realized like it's nigga, get the fuck out of my face. What the fuck? Penguins? I have a giant dick. My dick is 10 feet wide.
Ken, what are you doing?
Wide. I didn't say long. A 10-foot wide penis.
What?
This is what's the word when something's not? This is not endorsed officially by Stoneberg. I literally have a 10-foot wide penis.
What are you doing?
But just
What are you doing?
give me a second. But just at the
Wait,
tip,
what are you doing?
the base of my penis is only 3 inches
Why are you
wide.
talking about your dick on the thing?
A circumference of 3 inches, so it's like
What?
a cone,
Why you do this?
like an ice cream cone, but at the base it's really thin, and at the tip it's very wide.
What are you?
It's like,
What the fuck are you talking about?
you guys, just trust me. I have
Wait, are you talking to the people?
an extremely high IQ. Just trust me. It'll make sense. It's on when you grow up, you'll understand.
I'm so confused.
I'm saving both of you right now. I do this for people. I'm a wingman. I'll take the bullets. I'll take the bullets so you guys can live. The world needs you to. I just saved you, Josh, like I always have.
I don't even understand what you're doing. Why are you talking about a 10-foot wide penis?
The truth is, the penis and me are the same thing. They don't tell you this in school.
What?
It's the ancient wisdom.
This doesn't make any fucking sense.
It makes dollars, my homie.
What?
Dollar bills.
That's not what you're doing. That's not how this works. Okay? That's like literally the opposite of how this works. What does a 10-foot wide dick have to do with fucking anything?
I don't
Except for
know.
fucking trying to fuck everything. Like, you need a 10-foot wide dick if you're trying to fuck the earth, Caleb. And right now you're just fucking the world with this. Like, I'm trying to, like, wrap my head around
The
it.
world tree. Which is the...
What?
The tip of my penis is the world tree, but the base of it is the world twig.
Wait, what? What?
It's a cone, Josh, an ice cream cone shape.
Why would... Wait, hold on. There's so much wrong with all of
Yeah,
this.
Josh is like comprehending. He's like loading full of solids on.
Why? Why?
Oh god, I'm trying to save you guys' face by destroying my own.
I'm just so confused about how you got started talking. I mean, I went to take a piss, and the next thing I know, you're coming back, and you're talking about a 10-foot wide dick.
I know, she put me into alert mode.
Jesus fuck.
I'm saving you guys.
You're talking about a 10-foot wide dick.
Good, it worked. This isn't the place or the time. For the time or the place.
Why are you talking about the...
The deepness.
Have we been literally in this fucking load screen this whole time?
Yes, loading interface.
Dude, I clicked this before I went to get coffee.
Loading your mama's face. She said something about penguins. I know. Penguins are my favorite animal, so I'm very confused.
When does the penguin exhibit opening?
It doesn't, and I was really hurt.
Wait, what do you mean it's not? It is opening.
No, it's not. I was there.
What do you mean it's not?
I went to
Holy
see the
fuck.
penguins, bro. I went to see the penguins, Josh.
This is like a what do you call it? Like a $2 million fucking exhibit that they were making. What do you mean it's not opening?
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, I didn't take a picture of me next to the penguins that I sent to Indigo. I took a picture of me next to a big ass fucking statue that rich people donate money to get carvings of animals put on the statue. And I was next to a carving of a penguin. There wasn't actual penguins there.
Well, there's supposed to be penguins there now. Like, that was literally the biggest thing that they fucking set up, was they were supposed to be putting a fucking penguin exhibit in.
I know.
Didn't they get rid of the Arctic foxes and all that good shit for that?
Damn, I wish I
Like, all the fucking nice
during
stuff?
our conversation this whole time I would have said my neighbor.
Jesus Christ! What the fuck are you doing?
That's what I would have said if I knew we were being recorded.
You're a horrible person.
Hey, she admitted it. When I'm just around you two, I'm like genuine. As soon as other people get involved, I put up the defenses. Like,
Yeah, it's true. You just start...
Because I trust you. That's why I'm honest with you. These people, I don't know them.
Jesus.
I trust him. I don't know about this one. He's a spy. What did you do?
I pissed her off.
Why?
Because I did. Because I was talking about how I felt about the situation and she heard me. Because I didn't know that I was being heard on stream.
But you were right. That's why she's pissed.
I mean, that's how you're feeling, and you're right about that, and then she's pissed about that. Well, then that's entirely how she's feeling about it. Now, the biggest thing is,
Hey,
now I
fuck
want
that
it to
bitch.
be known.
Here's the
First
biggest
of all,
thing. I said she was kind of attractive. You said she was really attractive. She could fuck off.
She's gorgeous. No, and I'm just expressing my thoughts and opinions on the situation. Now, I'm sorry for that.
I
well, and
would
here's
be-
the thing, man. You gotta express your
defended her to
opinions
me,
and
and I've
coming
known her
from an
longer than you.
understanding and
You're a
figuring
good
out where you're at.
person.
I try to be.
If it was the other way around, I can guarantee you'd have been like that kind of pretty chick. I'd have been like that dumb hoe.
Jesus
so
fuck.
mean.
God damn it, Caleb. That's not how you make. That's not how you.
Why
Jesus.
do you think she can make friends and I can't? What's the difference between her and me? Somebody has class.
No, obviously
the
I
other
can't make
person-
friends.
You just sit here call everybody dumb hoes. Like that's not how you make friends, Caleb. Like that's not literally like that's not friendly.
Look, one
That's
of us
mean
can
to
say
people.
they're pretty, the other one can say they're a hoe. Which one of us is gonna have more friends?
Oh my god,
Me.
dude.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my god. You don't make any fucking sense, dog. Like no. That's not how this works. Oh no.
Hey,
Shit.
you're beautiful. Don't worry about
They got me ran out.
Person. Let me see. What is this?
What I was getting at.
Damn it, I'm not good at. I don't know how to fucking do
I don't know how that phone works either. Every time she tries to hand me the phone, I'm just like,
I can hear you on the stream. Wow, that's really how you feel about me. I was just giving Josh crap because that was the last time we talked. I guess have a good stream.
ouch.
I would say I called you beautiful.
That is kind of what you said. That's why I'm kind of confused.
I know, but I was explaining the first time I met her, the situation on how I felt at that time of that situation.
You know what I would do in your
She
situation?
doesn't know the context of me expressing it either.
Well, that's part of it. Is
I
people
didn't
don't
know.
want to have these conversations because it's awkward, and that's the thing is you got to just be able to talk about it, laugh at it, and be like, all right, well,
Josh has
then you
a
know where
giant
you're at with it,
jungle
and let it
banana
go
dick.
in.
Okay, women like that
Wait,
kind
what?
of stuff. I'm just saying, if I was in your position, Natalie, what I would say is, I'm sorry if I upset you, but look, I'm a woman. I like this guy. I'm defensive because if this shit was switched and that was Indigo and I was me and any of her exes were on the stream, I would say you're damn right. I said that I like this guy and I'm defensive. I would
That's a
straight
real
up
thing.
say
You
that.
can
If
be
I could
honest
tell
about
that to
being
Jason's
defensive.
face, I would. I would tell that to anybody.
That's a real thing.
Any of them. I would say I happen to really like this guy and I'm defensive as fuck. That's just a straight up facts.
Well, no, and it's not defensive. It's
Well, I'm trying to come to an understanding of a situation where there's not any understanding of it, and you have to assume certain things.
well,
That's
no,
part
it's,
of it.
it's
Figuring it
right,
out.
like what I had said. Most females assume that you're lying about having a girlfriend, which is
I agree.
Which is a weird thing to lie about.
I
But yes,
agree.
right.
it seems to be
So
a thing.
I always come into a situation wondering what is it like? You know, do they believe or don't they believe or what
I totally
what not?
believe that this is not as bad as you feel like it is right now. Because I'm thinking about it, if it had happened to me, how I would feel. And if somebody else looking outside of it was talking to me, I would try to play it off almost as if, like, check it. I'm sorry.
Well, just be honest about it and be real about it. Like, be real about it. I mean, honey, let's be real. Nobody is the best speaking person around. Most of us are very awkward. We try to get to the point, and most of us get to the point in the most awkward way possible.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Like, that's really part of making friendship and trying to get to understand people is to express these things and get good. Like, it's hard. Like, fuck, it's hard. Like, think about, like, 95% of our conversations involve me fucking up whatever I'm trying to say to you and getting things together.
99%. Sorry.
Anyways. And because you have an understanding that I'm wanting to get that information across and communicate to you and make an understanding to you, you sit there and, alright, what's this idiot saying? You have a little bit of patience, and next thing you know, I make some sense to you.
Yeah.
And one of the things that's really hard to do, especially if you're alone and you're isolated and you're feeling like you're left alone, is you don't feel like people really want to take the time and listen to you or hear you out. And that was something that we gave her, and we had an opportunity to, and we still give her. You know, ironically enough, that's an opportunity like this.
Well, no,
is
yeah, we're all trying
to
to
be
find
able to
new
just-
connections with somebody that we grew up with, that we.
Literally nothing you said was bad.
It was awkward as fuck.
That's it, but
And
that's not the
it.
same as bad. It's one thing if you go, that fucking skeezy asshole was trying to talk to my man. That's literally how, and you and me both know that's how most women will talk.
Well, yeah, people get defensive and things like that.
Most
And
of
that's
my
not
friends
what
are
happened.
women.
All my women. Like,
Most of my
that's the
friends are
thing.
women. They all talk like that. You don't. Because like we talked about with Jason a minute ago, you're not the same as other people. You have an internal strength. So what you were saying makes sense. I agreed with it because it makes sense to me. I know her.
Damn it.
Since we were little, since I was a fucking kid.
Right.
So it's like, it made sense to me.
Yeah, like I had to get to know her because I didn't know where it was going.
Well,
Like, I
especially,
didn't
you know, when you're
Like,
coming from a defensive position. Oh,
Emily
God, dude.
fucked up my world.
Yeah.
Like, I tried for years to be friends with Emily. And she gaslighted me and gaslighted Joshua the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, so I was on, like...
She straight up admitted to that shit to me, dog. Like, she don't lie to me.
Well, that shit's hard, dude. Like,
It's because I'm a psycho with like her. Yeah, me and her are the same kind of crazy. which you're not. You and Indigo are the same kind of crazy. Me and Emily could talk because we were both dealing with a Josh Indigo type person. And those two always could talk because they were dealing with a Caleb Emily type person.
a certain personality type.
Yeah.
And it's hard dealing with people, especially when you know that they're dealing
like,
from
I
a
don't hate
differing
you. I would just
viewpoint
tell her, like,
or a
straight up
different.
casual about it. Like, dude, there's no hate. There's no hate.
No, mostly it's just being awkward
At
as
least
fuck.
we give a fuck enough about you to even talk about you. If nobody cared about you at all, nobody would talk about
Ironically, yes.
you. You didn't say anything negative about her or her kid.
It's kind of the
You
weird
didn't say
part
nothing
about it.
negative about Josh. I guarantee if the roles were switched, I would be saying fucked up shit for fun.
Jesus.
I'm an asshole.
You're a terrible person.
I don't know what to say at the moment.
Literally, it would be something along the lines of, like, you
I
know,
got sidetracked. We were talking about a whole different situation.
We're talking about my fucking
phone went
Dude,
off.
this is a bunch of
I
life
was
and love and awkward
shocked to
communication.
see
It
the
was
message.
exactly the topic. Like,
Hey, she was fine listening to me talking about punching bedposts next to a woman's head, but as soon as it got involving her,
Well, no, it got involving her only because she messaged me, and I was like, oh my gosh, she hasn't messaged me in a while, and then this is, well, how you haven't talked to her, how have you talked to her, and then, well, this is how it happened kind of situation.
Yeah.
So there you go. Like, I don't know. Whatever.
yeah, so it's all fun.
I'm just so frazzled now.
I get like that all the time, dog.
well, it's hard because it's like I said, it's awkward in people. The biggest problem is that people feel like they cannot be heard, or they don't want to be heard out, or that if they are heard out, that they're going to get a horrible or negative response, which is the sad thing. And in some cases, yeah, that's the case, but that's not always the case. Oh wow, it put me back in the same game. That's weird.
Yeah, I would literally say
And-
something along the lines of like,
Run, hippie, run,
and I was
run!
talking smack.
I literally just came back long enough to get killed.
He does that to me all the time. Literally, all the time I was going on
I've been on.
was because of
But I
that.
mean, you walked away and stuff. Like, I don't know. It's just.
Yeah. Hey, I'm totally with you, dog. 100%. I'm 100%. God, give me that fucking cup back.
Let's see what's up with this. Ouch.
You're up with me a lot. Well, you heard everything I was talking about. You know what? Guess what? That's the truth. They can fuck off. If they don't want to hear about, like,
Pain and life and love, which is painful
Dog,
stuff.
you know what shit Josh and Indigo talked behind my back? I have every message you and her ever sent between each other memorized in my brain. And do I hold that against you or her? No. Because when you give a shit about people, you learn to get over it. And those fools were talking mad shit about me behind my back. It fucking happens. Guess what? People are being candid. And they weren't wrong about it. It's like if you want to be fucking brutal about it, right? Does it hurt?
The hardest part is when people care enough to talk, and when people care enough about you to talk about you, which is hard.
Everything I've ever said about Josh behind his back, I've said to
It's
him
heavy.
before I said it behind his back.
You know, it's hard to be cared about, and it's hard to, especially when you do care about people and you're not sure what they think back.
I tell people to their face.
It's probably the hardest thing.
I've ever said about
And the reality is far more people are sensitive and kind and caring than are not. Far more people just want to make friends and want to sort it out, and just want to have a chance to be heard out.
How I felt about the situation.
And it's hard and it's painful, but it's good. And ironically, that's probably the best part of having this new medium. We're used to seeing anytime anyone's streaming or anything's going through things, it's usually talking trash or horrible things or trying to be rude to one another. When in reality, what we have is a unique opportunity to be able to talk together, sort through things, make friends, get over awkward sensations, and be able to become friends. Because it's brutal. A lot of these things are... most have to do with people being awkward and not knowing how to communicate. It's really hard. I mean, when we're in school and when we're around other social situations and things like that, it's easy to let the thoughts of others impede and engross on your opinions. It's easy to get yourself shut off in your own head, to isolate off, to just roll with whatever the stream's doing. But far more often than not, you'll have moments, some might argue moments of clarity, where you find opportunities to speak through that, to step forward and to move on into the harsh situation, whether that's being where you're in an emotionally compromised situation, or whether that's being, you giving somebody else a like telling people they smell like ham when you meant to say they smell good. That's exactly it. Sometimes, like I said, far more often than not, we're awkward, and what we mean to say doesn't come out the way that we mean to say it. I mean, it seems to be the greatest thing in the entire world is that things become misunderstood. People, either get overly emotional, over involved, or may misunderstand the context because we come from a very different place, each and every one of us. We all have seen things, we've all come from different family lives, we've all come from different environments, and all that tends to shape how we think and feel about the world around us and the people around us. And one thing we need to do is, we don't need to do it, but rather where the most success seems to be yielded is when we have patience with one another, to love each other, love the process, to try and accept the differences with each other, and to let the love to want to be around each other and to communicate with each other shine through above anything, which is the hard part, because that's a far more expensive, it's a far more hard to manage option in some cases than some other things. It's almost easier to not care, to be apathetic, to not tell people what you think. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell people you love them, that you care about them, that they mean something to you, and to be okay with whatever may happen with that, because sometimes they don't feel the same way that you do. And there's many different types and facets of love, and each of those have value. It's not all just romantic. It's not all boyfriend, girlfriend. Sometimes there's other things. There's a lot more to it. People build, people build friendships, and people build understandings, communications, and tribes over years, decades, hell, even centuries in some cases. Sometimes they last in between generations. And the whole thing is, all the while, all of us are trying to learn how to talk, and trying to come to terms with this weird human experience. All these strange emotions and feelings, and it's all hard. All the while we're having to work, pay for our living. We're trying to work to try and just be okay with existing. When in reality, what we really need to do is just accept ourselves and be okay that other people love and accept us for who we are in spite of that. Like, shit goes wrong. We say things weird, come off like an asshole, break things, and that all happens. Doesn't make you a bad person. Sometimes what you need to do is have some patience, move forward, decide to do something else, which is hard. Especially if you're used to, or if you've been in a really terrible situation, or you're just accustomed to just bad things going on. It's easier to make bad decisions like that. If you're around people or culture where all that there's about is, drinking, drugs, and whatever other terrible things, you might not realize the vastness of human experience beyond that you can still have access to. And if some people just think that they understand the vastness of human experience